One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Ollie Rose.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Swapped immediately.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker.
Hey, I got the wrong playbook. It's a creative playbook.
It's Frazier. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. They'll operate out of split backs. From the red zone, it's Walton. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Complete to the right. It's a seam wide open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! He got a step and just dusted the field. Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. On the return, it's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Going with the counter play here. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Flying down the left side. The tag. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
They give it to him again. They put the brakes on it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
See if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Running inside, it's Walton. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Play fake, Carr. Caught over the middle, it's Walton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
They're in the gun, 3rd down, here's Carr. Caught. Turns it on at midfield. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Throwing, Carr. Rolls right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Danzy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
now facing 3rd and inches. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and inches, but by the time the ball was snapped, it looked as if there were 24 defenders coming after the quarterback.
Yeah, and look at all the guys near the box on the snap, right? Everybody's thinking run. Everybody's playing fast, physical, and aggressive, and the offense had no chance to even get the football off. Nice job forcing a 4th down.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a give to Frazier. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Back's got it on the screen. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Carr, they're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Back to pass, it's Carr. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Finds his man on the RPO. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Left side, it's Brown. At the 35, he's loose. Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldog! Once he got some room, it was over. The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the counter. Showing off the arms. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Here's Carr to throw. Williams open on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch. Love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Second and long here. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Long way to go on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Gonna let it fly. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. That's caught. It's Graham. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Quarterback changing the play.
Booster, booster! Sweep, sweep!
They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Dead center perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Stanford taking on the number 23 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Cardinal able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Making the adjustment. Throwing. Carr. He's going to fire deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return, pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Walton. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the wildcat.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Now the toss. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Carr, under pressure, takes a shot as he lets it go. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Frazier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Going to the run, it's Coleman Williams.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Still on his feet. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Walton. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the beatdown has ensued.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now, building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
And he's going to bring this one out. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Georgia going up tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Stepping to the right. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Walton. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
is in the air. Looks it in. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Second down, gonna throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frazier. At midfield, he's got room. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Getting aggressive here and going for two. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw. Gets rid of it.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They're going to ride this running back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll move the tight end. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. throwing. Carr unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. He fields the punt in his own end zone. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
On first down, Nate Frazier. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Here's a little room there. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give to Frazier. Inside the 30. Wide open on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. On the snap, it's Phillips. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Barrett. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a crease. It's Walton. Turning it on. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a
good game, man. Good game. Good game.
This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call. He's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
He got a couple of...
I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game,
nice
not just
little,
fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside
nice
of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff.
Holy shit.